Man, the Packers trash. The Eagles trash. The Panthers trash. The Steelers trash.
This a beanbag. Got me going jeans cause I'm cool rap. Bought a spaceship, now I'm a space cadet. Big white mansion in my habitat. Aim a lot of sticks like.
What is up, you guys? It's your boy T-Rex back with another video, and today we're just gonna be talking about who's in and who's out in the NFL playoffs. Okay, so today is week 17, and it's the last week of the NFL regular season. Now, some teams will be going out and they'll be playing their stars for like the first quarter and then taking them out and then putting their bench players to play because they're locked in to the playoffs. Some teams are trying to knock other teams out of the playoffs, so they'll be going hard to try to do that. And so today we're just gonna be looking at who's in and who's out. So, you know, in the NFC, we're going to start with the NFC. Actually, let's start with the AFC. So, you know, you have the Chiefs, who's definitely going to make the playoffs. They're not locked for the bye yet, because the Chargers can still win their division if the Chiefs lose and the Chargers win. Okay? And, so, yeah. So, they're not locked for the bye, but they're locked for the playoffs. Now, that being said, the Chiefs are playing the Raiders. Now, they could easily beat the Raiders with their starting lineup. But what do they care about? Do they care about getting that bye? Or do they just care about being healthy for the playoffs? I think they care about getting that bye. I think they will care about getting that bye. Or they might just try to run the score up because it is the Raiders. The Raiders are terrible. It is the Raiders. I think they will try to run that score up in the first half and then take Patrick Mahomes and their stars out in the second half. And so they'll lock up that first round bye anyway. Next we got the Patriots, who locked up the playoffs in the first round bye because of Texans lost to the Eagles last week. The Patriots have been playing pretty good football. Tom Brady hasn't been the same. His play has exceptionally went down. Some people believe it's father time catching up to him, but I mean, it's the Patriots. You know, the regular season for them isn't the same as the playoffs. They have first round bye. So you know, they're good. They're where they're supposed to be. And then next you got the Texans, who right now are in the third seed, but could lose that spot. Okay, they clinched the playoffs, but they haven't clinched their seed. Okay, they haven't clinched their division. The Colts and the Titans could still win that division depending on what happens today. The Colts, they're 9-6, and so are the Titans. They play each other this week. So, depending on who wins that matchup, you know, they could be the, what are they? I don't know. What? Is that AFC South? I believe is it AFC South? I believe it is the AFC South. I may be wrong. I believe it's the AFC South, and so they will be the AFC South champions, whoever wins that game. If Houston goes on to lose to the Jaguars. Now, the Jaguars, they've been playing bad football this year. They've been a bad football team this year, especially on the offensive side of the ball. Defensive side of the ball, too, they've been bad. They've just been bad all around. All around, they're breaking down. Okay? They've been bad. But, like I said, those teams who are trying to knock teams out the playoffs, those teams, and every game this week is a division game. So every game is hard. Those teams who are trying to knock people out of the playoffs, those are the teams to watch out for because they have nothing to lose. So they're putting it all out there. It's all on the line. So the Jaguars, I feel they have a pretty legit chance to win this game and making the Texans become a 6 seed instead of a 3 seed. So watch out for that. And so next is the Ravens. The Ravens will win. What's that? The AFC West. I think I have all my divisions mixed up, but I believe they are in the AFC West, and they will win that division with the Steelers, the Browns, and the Bengals. They will win that division easy. They play. Oh, I said easy. I made a mistake. They play the Browns. I forgot about that. The Browns have been playing really, really good football this year with Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield elevated this team. Although they're not going to make the playoffs, they're doing better than any of us thought they would. And Baker Mayfield is the reason why. He's playing really great football, you guys. And that defense is really great too. So it's not going to be easy to win that division. And I believe they have to win that game. They have to win that game or they're not going to the playoffs at all. So, they're going to be putting it all on the line, but the Browns are playing really good football. And the people who are right behind them, the Steelers. Now, the Steelers had a chance to make it easier for themselves last week in a 3-point loss to the Saints. Juju fumbled in the last, minute of the game, and although Juju is nice, he's a great receiver. Although he fumbled, that loss can't solely be put on him. It was a lot of things that they did wrong, and it was a lot of mistakes. It can't be solely put on him. I like Juju. He's a great receiver. And the Steelers have been struggling this year. So they play the Bengals. The Bengals started off 5-0. They are 6-9. That means they are 1-8 in the last 9 games. That's terrible. So I think the Steelers have an easy win this week. But it's up to the Browns to get the Steelers into the playoffs. Do I think it could happen? I think it can. There's a very good chance that could happen. But will it happen? I think the Ravens pull out that game against the Browns. I think they just squeak by. I think it'd be a very good defensive game. I think with Lamar Jackson at QB, it's going to be very hard for that defense to stop Lamar Jackson. Because ever since Lamar Jackson has come into that offense, that team has been playing some good football. Lost in a close battle to the Chiefs in overtime, and they've just been playing really good football. Really, really good football. And so, then you got the Chargers. And like I said, the Chargers have a chance to go up to the number 1 seed, so you can switch from number 1 to number 5. They play the Broncos. Broncos have a pretty good defense. That's the only way they're gonna struggle, but they have a pretty good defense too against a really bad offense, so they're gonna win that game. So it's up for, they're gonna be hoping for the Raiders to beat the Chiefs. So either they get the number 5 seed or they get the number 1. I don't think it really matters to them, but it's either one. And then we go to the AFC or the NFC. The Saints, they're locked in at number 1. Nothing's changing for them. They play great football. Drew Brees is a great quarterback. They have a great offense. That front, that D line for them is great. The linebackers, they stop the run very well. That secondary is questionable, but they've been pulling through. Then you have the Rams. They've been playing good football as well. That offense is nice. Jared Goff has been struggling, but overall they've been nice. That defense is really nice. Aaron Donald is a dog. I believe he has 18.5 sacks this year. He's a monster. You can't stop him. And then you have the Bears, who are locked in their spot at number 3. And their defense is amazing. That Khalil Mack trade saved... It saved their season. Without Khalil Mack, I don't think they would be the same. Without that pass rush is amazing. Without Khalil Mack, I don't think they would be in the playoffs right now, if we're being honest. Mitch Trubisky is playing some good football, but in all honesty, that defense is carrying a load. And then you have, the Cowboys. And we're playing great football as well. People want to bring up the shutout against the Colts, but it was just a bad week and a win that we really didn't need because it wasn't going to move us up and it didn't move us down. So it was just, a win that we needed for our confidence for us to get better, but a win for the Colts that really didn't matter to us. So, we've been playing great football the last few weeks since we got Amari Cooper. He's elevated our offense. Our defense has always been nice. We have a great D-line. Those two them hot boys, and then those two middle linebackers, probably the best linebacker tandem in the league, in Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. And then we got a lockdown corner on the outside, Byron Jones. And that secondary is playing well. They're playing very well. We're not a team who gets a lot of interceptions, but we can create turnovers and get sacks. So we're a great football team, and I believe we'll make it far in the playoffs. Then you have the Seahawks, who are locked into their position at number 5, and they'll be playing us. I don't know who they play this week, but they'll be sitting back like the first 4 teams, and they won't be worrying about anything. So they'll be locked into that 5 spot. And then you got the Vikings, who are on a hot seat. So all they have to do this week is win to the Bears. And like I said, I feel like the Bears will be relaxing this week, so they'll get a win this week and be in the playoffs. Well, it depends how the Bears want to play it. Do they want to kick them out? Do they want to kick the Vikings out right now? Or do they want to save it for the playoffs? Because, they're going to play in the playoffs. And, they could kick them out right now. Or they could save it for the playoffs. So, depending on how they play, the Vikings will make the playoffs. The Eagles, they play the Redskins. They're in the hunt. They will beat them, but like I said, the Vikings have to lose to the Bears, and I don't think that will happen. So they will stay where they are, and they will miss the playoffs. And they are the defending champs, and they will not be defending their championship this year. So that's about it. Those are the 6 teams that will be in the playoffs. You got the Chiefs, the Patriots, the Chargers, the Ravens, the Texans and the Colts in the AFC, the Saints, the Rams, the Bears, the Cowboys, the Seahawks, and the Vikings in the NFC. So all around, some good football is going to be played, and we'll see the outcomes of the games today. So and then we'll get a full rundown of what the playoffs will really look like. Thanks for your time. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I am out. Peace.
It's that Z. Oh shit. Blow the brains out the coop. Polly on the top, but I'm on mute.